Hi, my name's Judy.
And I'm Ceci.
And together we are Two Girls on a Mic.
Elevator music.
Hey guys, welcome back to Two Girls on a Mic, a podcast where this month we're talking about all things spooky from what do we have? Witches.
We did witches. We did childhood fears that some have carried on with us.
Yes, and then this week we're gonna do urban legends. So that's exciting.
Yeah, buckle up. Also, before we get into it, our stickers finally came in.
Yay!
Actually, you saw these on last week's episode.
Yes.
We're doing another weird recording thing, but we have stickers now.
Yeah.
They're smaller than the ones we've did before, so they stick on more things.
Yes.
And they're holographic, which is fun. We haven't had holographic ones yet.
I'm so excited for these. They're super cute.
Yeah, they are very cute. So if you want one, just reach out. That's all you need to do and you'll get one. But as far as our week has gone, I honestly don't know what I did this week. It's kind of a blur.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of just been, I've been at home. I've been getting inspiration for because today is our Halloween party.
Yep.
We're recording this since we're already dressed up. And it's a lot of baking. Today I did a lot of baking.
I know, I saw.
I regretted it. When you sent me the text last night, I was like, maybe I should have done that. And I was like, no, I'll just get up earlier.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have done that.
For me, I've been... Well, Joey's has been sick. So I've been just, coming home, taking care of him. I had to take him to the doctor because he had been... usually when he gets sick, he only sick for a day or two.
Yeah.
This time around, he's finally getting better. Today he finally is better. So far so good. He just has a slight cough, but other than that, just getting ready for the party. I went to the gym this morning because I was like, okay, that's extra calories I'm gonna intake today. So gotta balance it out. But yeah,
that's been all it is. Sorry, I was getting distracted.
I know, me too. We're filming and I have a big window that we're it's in front of us and all the dogs are out there. So I'm just like, oh, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, Freddie's trying to get at his mom. It's it's a little Alabama over here. We have another studio audience today, and I think she's struggling right now.
We have 2 studio audience. Oh.
Yeah, Thankful Thursday.
Thankful Thursday. What are we thankful for?
I'm thankful for Alex because this last week that I was with my parents and everybody, she I don't know, she's a nice person to have around because when I'm starting to get stressed out and stuff, how she's always so relaxed and she just doesn't really care. It calms me. So it was nice to have a week of just that, and she likes to just hang out and just.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's nice to just have that for a little bit.
Nice. I am thankful that my job is so understanding of when I have to take time off, and they don't really question it, and
it's good.
Yeah. So so far so good. Every time I have to take some time off. And because I'm salary is a little different, so I can easily just work from home and not lose any time off or any PTO. So thankful for that because a lot of places are not very understanding that you have a life outside of work, So yeah, I'm thankful for that.
That's good. Yeah. So today, I'm are we missing anything? No, that's it. Today, as Judy mentioned, we're doing urban legends.
Yep.
And we each picked one to talk about. Hold, please. Oh, yeah, we didn't mention that. Today's costume that we're wearing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a slasher thing. So
yes, I am Jason. My mask there.
Yeah, we have Freddie, my claw there. Little Freddie versus Jason, That should be the thumbnail.
It should be.
And then we have Michael.
Micaela. So, do you want to go first?
Sure. I picked El Cucuy, which is pretty well known, I feel like.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the Hispanic version of the boogeyman. And it's used to keep kids, in line.
Sometimes.
If a kid's misbehaving, then your parents will tell you that it's going to come.
Yeah, I always grew up with like, ¿Quieres que te lleve el cucuy? I'm like, no.
So the word itself comes from European Spanish-speaking countries where coco means coconut, but it's so weird because it goes, it means coconut, but also some places use it to mean like a human head or a skull. It's like that changed directions very fast.
Really fast.
So a lot of other similar sounding words also mean skull or head. And this is in reference to the physical appearance of this boogeyman, who is described to have skin that is brown like the shell of a coconut and like the little hairs that it has.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. When I was looking this up, I was looking at pictures of it, and there's no like clear cut picture.
Yeah.
So I was like, one of them looks like a werewolf, the other one just looks like a hooded person. So.
Oh my gosh. If you hear barking, it's our dogs out there.
They're just having fun, Dogs just want to have fun. So according to Urban Dictionary, this is how the whole legend came.
Okay.
El Cucuy is a Mexican urban legend. Legend says that once upon a time, a father was really angry at his kids for misbehaving. As a matter of punishment, he decided to lock his kids in his closet to learn their lesson. God. After a while, he decided to go to town and run some errands, but he forgot to take the kids out of the closet.
How do you forget?
When he came back from the town, he saw that his barn and his house caught on fire, which killed the kids, and the father was cursed.
Oh, wow.
In disbelief, he decided to look for his kids in many closets, and it has been years for him looking for his kids. And he started going from this dad looking for his kids, it grew into him having an appetite for kids. Yeah.
So
because he was so, I guess, hyper focused on finding these kids that what he wanted changed from wanting to find them to wanting to eat them. Yeah. At least that's what the legend says. And let's see here. Now he hunts kids and hides in closets at night waiting for the right moment to pounce. So that's what where it originated from.
Okay.
Or how it came to be. But according to legend, El Cucuy is a boogeyman monster found in Mexico. He's described as a frightening creature, small, misshapen, and hairy all over. Among the other distinctive physical characteristics, El Cucuy is said to have large bat-like ears, red eyes that glow in the dark, and a set of large razor-sharp teeth that can remind you of a barracuda fish.
Okay.
Which, I don't know what those look like. I just know the song Barracuda. that was on Guitar Hero.
That's exactly the first thing that came to my head. Guitar Hero.
So the legend states that El Cucuy attacks and abducts children who do not display exemplary behavior. He can reportedly hide under the beds or inside the closets of children for long periods of time, emerge suddenly when they are asleep in the dead of night, and take them away. Yeah, parents in Mexico would often chastise and discipline their children with the threat of El Cucuy if they do not behave. And for many years, this is how the legend has passed from one generation to the next, and that's kept it alive. The legend also says that El Cucuy has the power to shapeshift and take on the appearance of a faceless shadow, dark and dangerous. And it is this guise? I don't know if that's how you say it. This guise that he would use to enter the... Oh, disguise. I copy and pasted this. It says this guise.
I was like, looks like this guise, but
yeah, I don't know. My brain's not here, obviously. He would then proceed to watch them in silence for a long time, waiting for the opportune moment. When that moment would arrive, he would carry the child off with him to his lair, situated deep in the mountains. There he would proceed to slowly eat the children. Yeah. So
very creepy.
I didn't know about the whole the dad that locked their kids.
I didn't know. The way I knew it was a second story you said.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the kids.
So I mean, again, who knows if it's even real.
Yeah.
But I know that my parents never scared me with this, but my one of my cousins, which was my dad's brother, he would always threaten that El Cucuy was going to come if she didn't relax. And it was always in those cases where, like, she was misbehaving.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's going to come. But now that I think about it, this is scary.
It
is. I would have been scared. I would have been, like, perfectly behaved the next day.
You would think. But it's because I feel like you forget right away.
Yeah, that's true. Because
even when they tell you, like, oh, if you don't behave, Santa Claus is not going to bring you anything, they're good for the day, and then the next day they're acting up again.
That's true. Yeah. The only thing I have similar to this, my mom would use, because I used to do karate as a kid, and when I would act up, she would tell me that she's going to take me to my, like, chief. And that used to scare me because he was a scary guy. And I knew he was real. But every time I got in trouble, he would take the disappointed approach, which I think worked.
It's worse.
Yeah.
I feel like that's worse.
Yeah, and it worked because I would stop misbehaving. But yeah, that's the short version of the Hispanic boogeyman.
Got it. Okay, so for me, the story that I always remember, and I kind of had forgotten about this story because I haven't heard it in a while. My mom told me about La Planchada, which is the Iron Lady. I don't know how many of you have heard about it, but here's her story. So this is she's here. So it's a well-known ghost legend in Mexico. And it's about a nurse who was seen in the hospital in central Mexico in urban areas. She's known as the La Planchada because she would always have her uniform very, like, iron and crisp, and, like, she was very proud of being a nurse. And in the 1930s, it was a nurse named Eulalia, and she worked at a hospital, and she was an excellent nurse, and her patients were lucky to be under her care. But this then changed when a young doctor came into the hospital, and she kind of, fell over, like, for him. And she kind of was just very in love with him, and then they got engaged. But then right after they got engaged, the doctor ended up going to, I think, a seminar. And it was only supposed to be for a couple weeks, but then weeks passed, and other weeks passed, and the doctor was not, like, calling her or emailing her, or probably not emailing her, calling her or sending letters, stuff like that. So she was, like, grew concerned that something may have happened to him. But then later on, through word of mouth in the hospital, apparently he had fallen in love with another lady at that seminar. So he kind of just left her on red, pretty much. So it said it seemed he had met a woman in the town that they hosted the seminar, and the two had wed. So he got married, even though he was already engaged.
Yeah.
She was heartbroken, and she lapsed into a deep state of depression. So she was very distracted at work. So then, because she was very distracted, heartbroken, she neglected her patients that she was caring for. So one night, one of her patients died as a direct result of her neglect. Realizing her terrible error, Eulalia became ill herself, not having the will to fight for her own life, and died in the hospital where she worked. After her death, strange things started to occur. Patients, nurses, and doctors began to see a nurse in the emergency room area. Some stories state that she appears to glow and float instead of walk through the hospital. Others, witnesses, say she seems to walk normally, but in all these reports, it stated her footsteps are not heard. Hospital staff started calling this ghostly nurse La Planchada because she always appears wearing a clean, freshly pressed uniform. The reports from patients are the most intriguing. This ghostly nurse not only appears but cares for patients in the emergency area of the hospital. It's often reported that at night, when some of the hospital staff neglect their patients, this nurse cares for them instead. In the morning, these patients are well enough to be moved to less intensive care rooms. When asked how they're feeling, they reply, "A nurse came in and healed me." It is stated that Eulalia returns as a spirit nurse because of a sense of guilt. It seems she's forever doomed to pay for her mistake in life.
So it's not like she's not an evil
spirit or anything. It's just because of what she did and
She
the neglect
feels-
because she killed somebody.
Mhm.
She feels like she has to like,
Make up for it in the
Mhm.
afterlife.
I
That's
was like,
sad.
that's sad, but I think it's scary too. Because like, say I'm in the ER and I'm like dying,
Uh-huh.
and the nurse comes in and cures me, and then I go into a less intensive room, and they're like, "Oh, how do you feel?" Like, "Oh, well, nurse, whatever, this nurse."
Yeah.
And you're like, there's no nurse like that. You're like, what the fuck?
I wonder if, I don't know. Depends how drugged up you are too.
That's true. That's true. But
it is scary though.
it's scary, but also not scary because the nurse cured you.
Yeah.
It's not like she did anything bad to you.
Because
But
it
it's
could
the
also
same-
be seen as like a guardian angel type thing.
like a miracle.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know. It's
Why
not
did your mom
creepy.
tell you about that? Just like
I
out of
don't-
nowhere.
I think it's when I was telling her that I wanted to become a nurse. So I think
Oh.
that's how it came up.
Excuse me, sir.
Ollie, you want to make an appearance? Come here. Do you want to say something?
Don't eat it.
But yeah, that was
Yeah.
the story of La Planchada.
Oh, yeah, that's a nicer one.
It's a nice, yeah. It's not as like, creepy where it's like,
Yeah.
you're scared of it. It's just more so like,
You feel for her.
yeah, just like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Damn you men.
Why'd you have to cheat on her? Just break up with her.
See?
Yeah.
See, men are trash.
From the very beginning. Yeah. I don't have another one to like really go into, but
Mhm.
the other one I was like maybe gonna do was the chupacabra.
Mm.
I was obsessed with that thing for a while because Animal Planet had this like urban legend show, and they did an episode on it, and I was like, And I was like, I feel like that could be real though, because it's an animal. So what if people did like some inbreeding, or they like tried to do something?
That's true.
Yeah, but if you don't know, I think it's like it's mostly described as a dog.
Yeah.
That eats like goats and like
animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do anything to humans, but
I don't think I've seen anything like that, because I know there's stories where they find a lot of farmers find a lot of their animals
like just dead,
killed, not just dead, but like killed, and they're like eaten or like But I mean, it can always be like
an actual wolf or something,
either wolf or like a hyena or something.
Yeah,
as opposed to chupacabra, but. I don't know.
Who knows?
I mean, I wouldn't want to be in front of that.
I know.
Like,
and then those like low quality videos of when people are on dirt roads and there's like something there.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but I mean, there's plenty more urban legends. I know there's La Llorona, which I'm sure everybody knows
about that. Yeah,
and I know that there's different versions, like depending on the culture.
And also depending on the state, because we always think of La Llorona, and it's like every state in Mexico that you go to, they have La Llorona. Because I remember when I went to go visit where my mom is from, apparently my grandma said that because where her house is, like right in front of her house is an alley. So she said that she was and I believe my grandma because she doesn't seem like the one
like just to say random stuff.
Yeah, because she's very skeptical about these things.
Yeah.
So she said that one night she was getting ready to like lock up the gate, and that she saw like a lady with like really long hair and like a white dress, like a dirty white dress, right in the alley. I'm like, that's so creepy.
Yeah, that's scary.
I've been there, I've seen it, and it's. I would not want to see anything creepy like that.
Yeah. I recently saw a girl on TikTok did like a little, not a series, but like a 2-part thing where it's like what to not do if you hear or see La Llorona.
Okay.
And it was creepy. She's like, so 1, go in your house, do not leave your house. And she said if you hear her crying and it sounds like she's right next to your ear, that means she's far away. But if you hear her crying and it sounds like she's far, she's in your house.
Why?
So, yeah, I thought about that. I was like, that's... Because, like, when you think you're safe, you're not. Because she would be in your house already.
Literally, when you said that if you hear her crying, like, my heart started pounding. Like, it's so crazy that, these... urban legends have been so instilled in us from like little that when you said that, like my heart kind of dropped. I was like, is she here?
Is she here? Yeah. But there's that one. I forgot what else she said about not to look at her directly in the eyes.
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard never. I mean, not that I would want.
I
to.
know. I'd find a corner and I'd go. But yeah, she's the
I've heard
most popular one.
That's
I think
the most popular chupacabra. And who is it? La mano peluda. I don't remember the full story of that, but I believe it. Research live.
I know. Okay, the legend of La Mano Peluda, the hairy hand, is that?
Yeah,
can be heard in almost every whatever. The Virgin from Mexico is a bit different. It takes place in the year 1908 in Puebla. There was a man named Señor Villa who was known as Horta. And he and his wife, help me out here. Gangosa owned a pawn shop. They had to make that money. Horta was short, a little on the bigger side, and very hairy. He was, by all accounts, a pretty terrible person.
Oh.
He showed off his wealth, ripped off his customers, and treated them badly, and never in his life did one good deed.
Wow.
Yeah, it was common for the people of Puebla to be heard saying que Dios
Seca la mano.
Please, God, dry out his hand. Oh, I get it.
Because he's
money
so
wise,
greedy,
yeah. When walking in front of his pawn shop, after greedy old Horta died, God did indeed dry out his hand.
Huh.
Sometime after his death, the local newspaper ran a story that a graveyard keeper told them. The graveyard keeper would see a black, hairy hand with rings stick out of Horta's graveyard, and he would look for victims to tear out their eyeballs and choke them to death.
What the hell?
When it was done killing, it would return to Horta's grave. After this story was published, and to this day, there are those who claim that the hand pulled them out of their bed while sleeping, and many who have seen this hand moving through the field searching for more victims. That's scary.
You would think that he would want to like take their valuables,
as
opposed to killing them. Like if it happens to kill them, yes, but I feel like I don't know.
It'd be a robber, not a killer. But as Fabi said, Candyman. Already talked about Bloody Mary. Aliens are technically urban legends.
Yeah, aliens, UFOs, Area 51.
Yeah. Let's go to Area 51 for an episode.
I'm low-key down.
Remember when the Area 51 raid was going to happen?
Oh, I know.
Judy was front and center.
I was the leader. I was like, I'm going to meet Tom there. Tom from Blink-182, if you guys don't know.
Yeah, but that was our spooky urban legends one. This is our last episode of October.
Yeah.
So bittersweet, but two ghouls on a mic will be back next year.
Next year, yeah.
It'll be like a little reoccurring thing. But yeah, let us know what you guys liked about it. If you want to like hear some of these little creepy bits throughout the year, maybe we could do like another little segment. It's up to you guys.
You know what I've been wanting to do? I've been wanting to do what is it called? Like a serial killer episode.
Ooh. Maybe we can do that. I won't say it. I'll tell you, but I won't say it.
Wait, first of all, have you seen the new
Dahmer?
Yeah. So I didn't know who the hell this person was.
Yeah, I don't know how she.
I was like living under a rock, and then Derek and I asked him like, what, like who is this? Obviously, I knew it was a serial killer, but I didn't know what he had done. And then when I heard of things, I was like.
Yeah, and I think because my mom asked me the same thing. She's like, "Do you know who that guy is?" And I'm like, "How do you?" And then I take a step back. I'm like, "Okay, I like true crime stuff, so I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts. So I'm like, that makes sense. Why other people don't?"
Yeah, yeah. I'm just like,
yeah, we'll do one. We'll pick some creepy people.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I heard, like one of the, I guess, facts or something about him was that he ran out of room to put like where to put these dead bodies, that he had one in his tub and he would just shower
with it.
I'm just like,
I believe it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was a gross guy. And his dad is questionable.
I heard about his dad too, so I'm just like, I haven't heard about his mom, but I think I might give it a try. But
maybe we should have Judy watch the whole thing and then we'll have an episode to discuss.
But see, the reason why, okay, there's some crime like stories that I like seeing.
Mhm.
Like what are those gone in 20 or gone for 24 hours or like
Oh.
those unsolved mysteries like those
Mhm.
I can watch, but like these because they're so
This one was very like it was pretty graphic for a Netflix thing.
yeah, I'm just like because things like this really affect like my soul. I'm just like, oh my god.
And it's because like you know it happened. It's not just a movie that you're watching about
Yeah.
somebody made up. Like these are people.
Exactly. And I think I
Mhm.
invest myself like too much into it that I like start thinking of these people that went through this and I start putting myself like what was going through their head while this
Mhm.
guy was like killing
Yeah.
them and like
Mhm.
doing other stuff. I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That's so scary.
Mhm. Yeah. So maybe we'll have Judy watch some scary stuff.
We'll see.
But yeah, I'm going to
Mhm.
run through this outro real quick because our camera's almost out. If you want to follow along with us, our Instagram is at 2girlsandamic. Our personal ones are in the description. With that being said, we'll see you next week, which is November, which is my birthday month. So we'll see you next week. You'll hear us on the next one.
Bye. Look at you, professional. Never mind. You need to work on it.
My hair is falling out.
Choke them out.
Come on, Michael.
Did I need to this? Hey, guys. I don't know why I thought we weren't recording. It's like,
I know I've done it a few times before, but I have some faith.
this is a little teddy bear.